Five Nights at Freddy's. If you're watching this, I'm presuming you already know what it is, but anyways, I might as well explain myself. Five Nights at Freddy's, or FNAF for short, is an indie horror game made by Scott Cawthon, with a total of 8 games as of 2022, because you never fucking know when they're gonna make a new one. There's absolutely no way in hell I'm going to explain to you the lore, so I recommend going to watch these videos that might explain it a bit more to you, then come back when you're finished. And now, if you are caught up, I want to talk to you about the cultural impact of FNAF. FNAF merch. I can't say I don't have FNAF merch. Help. In about 2016, you couldn't go to a single shop without seeing at least 7 different fucking variants of FNAF merch. Mystery bags, plushies, shitty costume mugs, posters. Guilty. Seeing FNAF merch in like my local supermarket was so fucking cool. And then it hit me. FNAF was mainstream, and as it was mainstream, it meant it was now cringe. This makes me want to puke. I mean, quality control was awful. They thought recolouring the same models would fool us. The merch was abysmal, and if you look up FNAF merch on any sort of website, I can guarantee you it's going to be shitty quality. The viral videos. Since FNAF was mainstream, there was bound to be some viral videos. I mean, it's just natural to happen on the internet. Such as the poor unfortunate Lego Shorts talent show kid. You can even look at him and see the sleepless nights he's had trying to memorise this song. I was actually going to give this its own section, but FNAF songs, specifically The Living Tombstone. Yeah, you probably know that song. 10-year-old Coffee fucking loved this song and loved The Living Tombstone. Looking back, perhaps it's not as good as I remember. But you know a game is good when it's got a rap or a song, and my personal favourite FNAF songs are the FNAF game raps. Yes, I still know all the words, and yes, they are amazing. When I was 10, these were like the coolest thing ever, and no one could understand how fucking awesome these were. And with music you get animations, such as the famous ones like 5 AM at Freddy's the prequel or the sequel. I'm not gonna lie, I can recite this by heart, but it's good animation. Like, it looks fantastic. It looks great, actually. And then there's the animation that didn't look so great. Let's talk about the creepy 3D animation. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then fuck me, you're lucky. But this is what I'm talking about.
Oh, sorry Foxy. Where are we?
Yeah, it's not good. But 6 years ago, this was one of the only ways to consume non-canon FNAF media. There wasn't FNAF fan games, or our brains couldn't comprehend Tumblr comics, so flocks of children became familiar with this 3D type Gmod animation. Classics such as
Nightmare Freddy? Nightmare? I mean, I've had a bad dream or two about them. They're creepy, Chris. Look at them on stage. Just shaking, creaking around like that. And then they come off and walk around.
No, not Fredbear.
And yeah. Fan games. I've honestly never been a fan of, like, fan games, but any sort of media, but especially the FNAF ones, were so special. Freaking amazing ones, such as, like, Pop Goes or One Night at Flumpty's with the sequels. These were loosely based on FNAF, but they had a sort of independent art style and story and game mechanics, which I can honestly admire, and it was really interesting to see how the community had taken this indie horror game and turned it into something different. There was the spin-off FNAF games, the fan ones, such as Five Nights at the Chum Bucket. So games like this were prominently early in 2017-ish as a piss take on FNAF and FNAF fan games. They were funny, but they were mainly just kind of extra content for FNAF YouTubers to play. Shit, I forgot to talk about FNAF YouTubers. When I say FNAF YouTubers, I personally think of Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, 8-Bit Ryan, Dorko. People who had a huge hand in growing the FNAF franchise. And especially raised a whole generation of FNAF fans. These YouTubers introduced people to this game. Well, personally, I found FNAF from Annoying Dog, this guy, when I was like 6. So thanks, dude. So go check out his channel. Just side note. But these YouTubers shaped this whole generation and honestly had a massive hand in growing the game and being like, hi, I'm a YouTuber. This is a game. You should play it. I don't know if anyone else actually tried to explain FNAF to their parents, but I tried to explain the Bite of 87 to my mum when I was younger, and she was very concerned, and honestly, rightfully so. YouTube in general had a massive hand in growing the franchise, just like Minecraft. Minecraft wouldn't have been as popular as it actually is now without the YouTube media space. Just like FNAF. Without FNAF, without Markiplier playing these games, then there probably wouldn't have been as many sequels and such complex lore. But what is a FNAF video without talking about the dearest man in my heart, Maticus Paticus? MatPat, or Game Theory, is a channel that obviously covers game theories. And one of the games that was popular when his channel was quite early was FNAF. So obviously, you know, you take that and you run with it. And obviously Scott was just making up the storylines as he went along, but we didn't really mind. It was a sort of, this game is so confusing, I'm 7 and it's about dead kids, but I want to know who did the Bite of 87.
On 3, 1, 2. Was that the Bite of 87?
FNAF in general was a massive cultural phenomenon. You couldn't walk at least 10 minutes in a city without seeing something FNAF related. You couldn't go on YouTube without seeing a Let's Play or a compilations of jump scares or a fan-made trailer or something FNAF related. You couldn't not see it in 2017, 2016, 2018. Like, it was so difficult to avoid it. And obviously, with that, it became cringe. Things like Among Us. You know, popular things that went cringy. Yeah, stuff like that. But FNAF holds a very dear spot in my heart. With terrible merch, the terrible good stuff, terrible merch, the horrible 3D animation. But really, FNAF kind of shaped a whole generation of kids. I'm not going to say when I was born, and I'm not going to say how old I am, but I am going to say that I am old enough to look back on FNAF and realise it was a good game, but it's not as good as we all thought. And honestly, FNAF is probably going to continue to grow. Yeah, Security Breach. Security Breach recently came out, and I'm having a really hard time remembering all these games. And honestly, only a dedicated FNAF fan could actually kind of remember the timelines. But FNAF as a whole is something next to a cultural phenomenon, and with all the music, the merch, the animations, the cosplay, yeah, that's where I got my start. All these things made for such a good game with so much profitability. It was kind of a cash cow that was milked dry. So I kindly and respectfully ask, please lay FNAF to rest. Don't do any more games. Don't do a movie. Please just put FNAF to rest. It deserves to go to sleep. Thank you for watching. I hope you kind of like my new style of video with my little guy in the corner. Look at him go. Look at him go. Look at him go. This video is kind of rushed, but I don't know, because I really wanted to make a video about FNAF. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any recommendations of another cultural phenomenon I should do, I'm thinking of doing Minecraft next. Put it in the comments below. Bye guys.